Hey everybody, welcome to the Solar Sister channel. It's your girl Solar Sister coming to you once again with another video. Today's video is entitled The Danger of Living with Comfortable Lies Instead of Dealing with Uncomfortable Truths. Today is my birthday, y'all, and before we move any farther down these YouTube streets, I want to sing happy birthday to myself. Come on now. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday. Hey, listen, before we move any farther down these YouTube streets, y'all, if you would, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. If you're not already a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button and also hit that notification bell if you want to be made aware of any upcoming videos. Also, feel free to share this video with anyone you think may benefit from it. So let's go ahead and get into this topic, y'all. I actually was trying to think about what I wanted to talk about since this is my birthday. Part of getting a birthday, having a birthday, is you get to be a whole year older than you were before. And I'm thankful I'm going to live as long as I can. That's my goal in life. But I don't want to just live. I want to be wise in my living. So I was thinking about the topic of the danger of living with comfortable lies instead of dealing with uncomfortable truths. And I started thinking about if you don't do anything else but live, you will get old. Old is going to happen to you as long as you live. So just because you get old doesn't necessarily mean that you're getting wiser. How many of y'all have talked to someone who's older and you've realized how in that conversation you might have realized, oh, this person is kind of immature to be this age, or this person, doesn't seem to be too wise to be this particular age. And I remember my grandmother used to say, there's nothing like an old fool. It just doesn't, certain things just don't look good on you when you get to be a certain age. Like it doesn't look good for, you to be the old person at the club and everybody is in their 20s and 30s, but you 60. It looks sad. It looks, ridiculous. And so part of getting wise requires that you have to do some work. Part of getting wisdom requires work. So, wisdom says that of the experiences that I've had in life, I have decided to take the lessons that I've learned from certain things that I've done, certain experiences that I've had, or what have you, and I choose to take the lesson from those experiences to make sure that I don't repeat that thing in the future. Now, that's wisdom. But if you're just a person who's getting old, you'll keep bumping your head against the same wall, expecting a different result every time. So I was thinking about, well, what does that look like, Solar Sister? If you're a person who's dealing with you're okay living with an uncomfortable lie, dealing with a comfortable lie as opposed to living an uncomfortable truth. What does that look like? So I started thinking, as you get older, there are things that you choose to start backing out of your diet because either your system just can't digest it well, or it doesn't make you feel well after you engage in eating that particular thing. Like I can't eat a hot dog now, y'all. If I ate a hot dog, that thing would sit in my belly like a brick. If I drink some whole milk, cow's milk, that thing would mess my digestive system up and I would be wrong for about 2 or 3 days. So those are just some things that I did. I chose to do as I got older. I chose to, eat certain bread as opposed to another type of bread. Maybe you're a wheat bread person now because you're older as opposed to eating some white bread because the wheat bread is better for your system. So just like you're having to make adjustments with your diet, I was thinking also as you get older, there are times that you're going to have to make some adjustments with the relationships that you have in your life. And those relationships may be with people you deal with at work, people that you deal with at your church. It may even be people that you deal with in your family who may not fit into the narrative that you have for your life. Doesn't mean that you're wrong. It just means that those two things just don't come into agreement well. And you need to make the wise decision to say, you know what? I can't keep putting myself in these types of situations because they just don't suit me well. Why would I keep drinking some whole milk if that thing is messing up my stomach every time I drink it? That's not wise. So, case in point, I actually had a conversation with someone in my family today, because, I wanted to talk about some things that had, happened in the past that we needed to kind of hash out. And I realized sometimes, you have to just let some things be, period. You can't have a meeting of the minds if you can't even agree that a thing is a thing. Let's take, for example, this Carmex. I can't have a discussion with someone about this Carmex if they can't even agree that it's Carmex. If I tell them, hey, this Carmex, and they say, oh, no, it's Blistex. And I say, well, no, it's Carmex. Don't you see it? And they say, no, it's Blistex. If we can't even agree what it is, we can't even move further to talk about anything else that's beneficial, that's wrong, or anything about this Carmex if we can't even agree on what it is. So that's part of what I'm talking about being wise. You're going to have to make a decision sometimes, and it may be an uncomfortable truth that you have to deal with. But I would rather deal with an uncomfortable truth than a comfortable lie any day of the week. If the doctor tells me I have diabetes, that is an uncomfortable truth. Oh Lord, that means that I'm going to have to make some changes if I want to live a healthier life. But the comfortable lie says, I don't have no diabetes. I'm just going to keep eating like I want to eat. Or I have the diabetes, but the Lord going to fix it. And I'm going to keep eating this ice cream and I'm going to keep eating this candy. So dealing with the uncomfortable truth requires that you have to make some adjustments to your life. They may feel bad, but they may be the healthiest things that you can do in order to make sure that you can live your best life going forward. So if you have dealt with situations like this where you're trying to figure out, because a person is family or what have you, I don't want to let them go, they're family, even if they're toxic, if they're not doing you well, they're not serving you well in your spirit, in your mental, your emotional, your spiritual being, then you have to release that thing. Family connection doesn't require that you have to keep putting yourself in a toxic situation just for the sake of the word family. So you can still be family apart. I'm going to let that sink in. You can still be family apart. Because you're not connected to someone doesn't change the fact that they're still your cousin, they're still your dad, they're still your mother. But what you can make the decision to do is what's best for you, what's healthiest for you. So on this day, my birthday, I want to give this present to you. Release some things that are not serving you well. If those things happen to be family, if those things happen to be food, if those things happen to be certain mindsets, release them if they're not serving you well and allowing you to live your healthiest, best, most fulfilled life. Y'all, that's all I got to say. I'm going to go ahead and end this video right here. Happy birthday to myself one more time. And if your birthday is today, let me send a happy birthday out to you. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. If you can't do anything else, protect your headspace, protect your heart space, and keep your vibration high, guys. It's your girl, Solar Sis Star. Until the next one, y'all stay safe out there. Bye.